by. Senate Republicans are hoping to speed their repeal bill through the chamber this week, beating a budgetary deadline for passing the legislation by a simple majority. "The process that led to this is an abomination," said Senator Ron Wyden, the ranking Democrat on the committee. "We've just seen, colleagues, some of the frustration." By. The disruption came amid a full day of planned protests against the repeal bill from patient advocacy and women's health groups and progressive activists. Hundreds waited outside the hearing room for hours, booing Republican senators as they walked in and later chanting against the repeal bill throughout the hearing. Story continued below. Colleen Flanagan of Boston and other activists in wheelchairs opposed to the GOP's Graham Cassidy healthcare repeal bill are removed by U.S. Capitol Police after disrupting a Senate Finance Committee hearing on the last-ditch GOP push to overhaul the nation's healthcare system Monday. J. Scott Applewhite AP. "Just let the police take care of it," Senator Chuck Grassley said to Hatch as the chants erupted. Missing out on the latest scoops? Sign up for and get the latest news, every morning, in your inbox. Hatch later said that he understands why the activists are passionate, but he threatened to cut the hearing short if protests and disruptions continue. "If you want a hearing, you better shut up," Hatch said, as the chants drowned out his attempts to open the hearing, the first and only session scheduled on a repeal plan that's still a few Republican votes short of passage. By. The protest forced Senate Finance Chairman Orrin Hatch to temporarily suspend the hearing for roughly 15 minutes as the protesters chanted, "No cuts to Medicaid, save our liberty." Those groups, along with Democrats and nearly the entire healthcare industry, have criticized the so-called Graham Cassidy bill as unworkable and irresponsible, pointing to the mass coverage losses likely resulting from cutting hundreds of billions of dollars in federal health care funding. A Senate hearing on the GOP's Obamacare repeal bill was quickly disrupted by protests Monday afternoon, as Capitol Police dragged out a group of disability rights activists who interrupted the session. "If the hearing is going to devolve into a sideshow, there's no reason for us to be here," he said. "If we can't have that, we should all be spending our time on something more productive." Other Republican senators on the panel, including bill co-author Senator Bill Cassidy, sat stoically or left the room until police removed the nearly 20 protesters, most of whom were disabled and in wheelchairs.